Well, we have kind of a surprise this morning. Oh, Chad just popped a cookie in his mouth. This is our office. This is where we work. And our fannies have been so sore from sitting on those chairs. They are not good office chairs.
We spend a lot of time writing up reports and proposals and sending them off and waiting for things to get approved. And so we spend a lot of time sitting, and these chairs are not very comfortable. These are for
a 20-minute lunch.
Sitting down and eating for 20 minutes and getting up.
Battery. Oh, you're on another cookie. The battery went dead. I went to get a new battery and he popped another cookie in his mouth.
I thought I had time to eat another wafer.
So what were you saying, honey?
So we want to be more efficient. So we thought if we just upgraded the chairs a bit, we'd be a lot better off and be able to get our work done in one sitting.
Yesterday, these chairs arrived and we put one together. Chad put it together, and we wanted to make sure that he liked it, that I liked it, before we opened up the second box. So it's like Christmas 2 days in a row. I think I like our new chairs.
Yeah, they're going to be a lot more comfortable than what we have been sitting on. They look a little bit different, and that's okay, but they're comfortable, and we're going to be much more happier doing what we're doing.
I think
just because we've got some halfway decent seats to sit in.
So we thought it would be fun to talk a little bit about what we've been up to lately, and I've got some footage I'm going to throw in with it. And I'm going to start by saying that Chad here helped push a car out of that crazy circle that we've...
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of other guys, but yeah, it looked like they were going against the traffic too, so they needed, a little bit of help to get it out of the way.
No, I was really proud of him. Yeah. Let's see, I wrote me down some notes so I wouldn't forget the order of our things we want to talk about. We had a real Serbian picnic, a dinner in the park.
Yeah, a guy that we're a friend of the church, a member of the church. His name, I call him Peter, but I think his name is Petar. He wanted to cook lunch for all the missionaries, including us, and he wanted to know if we would come over to his apartment and help him pick it all up and take it to the park down in it's not New Belgrade, it's the waterfront. There was a park there in the waterfront area, and it was so good. It was cabbage. They were called cabbage wraps, and they were wrapped in a meat mixture with rice and different stuff, and it was just slow cooked with chunks of pork in there.
He said it took him 3 days to prepare this food for us. It was amazing. And
he had made a homemade dessert individually for each of us, and
so good.
It was just so good.
I thought he bought it. I offended him because I said, I haven't been able to find this anywhere, and he says, I made that. But he had put them in little cartons, so that's why I thought he bought it, because they were in individual cartons, and it was just really sweet of him. I've noticed in Serbia, they don't use a lot of paper products. We carried all of the dishes and the glassware that we needed.
Silverware.
From his apartment, we put them in our car and drove it, and then we had to walk
a couple blocks.
So that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Okay, what else have we been up to?
Well, let's see if we just the countryside. Okay, so as part of what we do as humanitarian missionaries, we are working with other NGOs, non-government organizations. They're non-profit, and one of the organizations was delivering 6 semi-loads of water up to a refugee camp. And that's a lot of water. And it was a project that was started before we got here, but we were able to drive up to this camp just outside of the city of Kikinda, and we went up there and met some of the nicest people that work there at the camp, and saw that what a semi-truck load of water looks like, and helped unload that. But that was the tail end of that particular project. But it was good to see, you know, a lot of the people that were beneficiaries of that, and that was just a small part of that whole project there at the refugee camp.
Well, one of the reasons why we took water there is the water in northern Serbia. There's a lot of areas that that are contaminated from the oil well.
Yeah, I'm not real sure, but this is just what we're repeating. What we were told is that the well water isn't very good up there. It's great for the crops, a lot of farm and farming ground up there, but a lot of the cities truck their water in. And so this is what they were doing for the refugees per day. And so it was good to see that. When we were done there, we drove into Kikinda. The guy that worked there, he said, "Yeah, I've got a girlfriend in Belgrade, and I used to have one in Kikinda, but that didn't work out. But we had mentioned that we wanted to go get some ice cream." He says, "Oh, here, let me show you where to go get an ice cream."
Yeah, the biggest ice cream cones and the cheapest ice cream cones we've had since we came to Serbia.
Yeah, it was really good.
Since coming to Serbia, we have made the best friends, and they live in Novi Sad, and they are just really fun. It's another couple, and they are fun to go out and on Saturdays or whenever we can pick a day during the week to go do something. And so last Saturday, they and us met, and we went to
several monasteries up in the Novi Sad area. And it was something because we've worked with them a lot, and we've crossed paths and have gotten to know them pretty good.
The Spencers.
So, yeah.
They're called the Spencers. Just the most amazing people.
And they're from Arizona. But they're serving a mission like we are, only they're doing a different type of mission. They're doing what they call church education system, where they're teaching institute and seminary and working a lot with the members and missionaries. But we've gotten to know them real well, and we really like them a lot, and so they invited us out to go spend the Saturday with them, and it was a lot of fun to just talk and visit. And go ahead and tell them about your experience.
So we went to this one monastery, and they had a little gift shop there, and the one monk that was working the gift shop was funny. He was so funny, and we struck up a conversation with him and just really enjoyed our visit. And before I left his shop, I said, "You are the funniest monk I have ever met." And he got really close to me, and he looked me right in the eye, and he says, "I'm the only monk you've ever met." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah. And I thought, and I told him, I said, "Well, not only is he funny, but he's very perceptive."
Yes, yes. But that was amazing to walk through their grounds and to see their artwork, their paintings. They have a lot of mosaic tiles. Their courtyards are
immaculate. They're well landscaped and groomed.
And I know I can't repeat it, but I just want to go home and do one little corner of my yard to look just like that. Their courtyards are amazing.
Yeah.
So that the one monk that was talking to us, he told us where to go have dinner, which is at a restaurant.
He said that you've come at a good time, because the restaurant, you can go down there and you can get right in like June, July, and August. You have to have reservations to go there.
And it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you drive down this lane that's just covered in trees for a couple miles.
Yeah.
And it's just a gorgeous little place, and they've got a river that goes behind it and animals, and it just really a fun little
and the food was just
atmosphere.
really good too, to boot.
Yeah.
And as we had left and we were heading back, out of that area, we had gotten off the main, or that little lane, and up on the main road for the countryside. It was a little 2-lane road. And as we were, coming up, we could see this police car pulled off to the side, and he was waving people over. And the Spencers were right in front of us, and they stopped him, looked at his license plates, checked his registration, and gave him. We could see that he was having to blow into a breathalyzer test, and and when
of course he passed.
He passed, and so they waved him on, and so we stopped and rolled our windows down, and he gave us a disgusting look.
Yeah, the police is like, oh, go on.
Yeah, just go.
Because he knew we were with them,
Yeah.
so it was kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, made us a little nervous because
you don't want to get stopped in another country,
Yeah.
But it was good.
That was a lot of fun.
I write home a lot, and my brothers get these letters as well. I send them to my brothers, and they think all we do out here is go to lunch. Yeah, tell us all about your lunch. We don't, but it just so happens that we talk a lot about our lunches, but we really do work out here. We really are working, but we also, I mean, everybody has to eat, right? So we talk about our lunches a lot.
And we haven't felt real comfortable about taking our camera into the projects that we're working right now, because it just it doesn't feel quite right to put a camera up in front of some of these people that are in hard times, and they've got some bad luck in their lives, and they're just not wanting to. I don't think they would appreciate a camera on them, and so that's one of the reasons why we've not shown a lot of the things that we're doing with the people in it. So, but we are working.
I'd like to tell you about it.
We're doing more and more, and we've got several other projects that we're lining up and getting approved, and that are moving along. And we'll kind of go over that process, I think, at some point. But
we got our chairs now. This is our office. We're getting more comfy.
Not only do we live here, but we work here out of our office. So.
Anyway, you guys, thanks for watching. This is fun. It's fun to tell you what we've been up to, and well,
appreciate you coming along to our adventures here in Serbia and Belgrade, and we'll keep you informed what we're doing. Bye-bye.